cleaning, I forgot to remove all this. Didn't put it in a tray because all the blue that you see here goes onto the gun itself. So I said to myself, you know what? Let's put it together. Since the only part that does not need to be separate for painting. Alright, so this one is a thick piece. Let me see if I can try to. There we go. Try to like slice it up a bit. Good. You only get one of this. You don't get more than one to simulate, extra ammo packs or something like that. This one will be a lot easier this way. So it's a flat surface. That's good. Sometimes it's a little off a bit. Let me just do it this way. Okay. Now, take that, put that there. You know what? Let me apply some cement just in case. Just going to hold it in place while this is all while I'm doing this. Oh yeah, no, I forgot. Yeah, I'm going to assemble it with this part, and then I'll glue it up. I'll paint it separately later on. No big deal. And that part, when it dries, I'm going to sand that down, and of course the gun connection goes right here, like that. Oh, that's done. No big deal. Yeah, I mean, it's easy just for me to paint the whole thing blue, then mask it off, and then paint the other color, so that's not a big problem. That should be fine. Alright, let's continue on with the build. In the middle of me putting all this together and figuring out what to do, where to begin, I ended up doing this. Finishing it up right now. I'm done. Wow. And I'm impressed with it. how well it looks. Yeah, this is pretty nice. Again, you could see there are certain aspects of the build where you can. It's pretty much 30-minute missions inspired, you could say. I think that they found their their workaround for something like this. This doesn't. It stays on, but don't expect it to be on all the time unless you glue it. I'm sorry, you paint the joints and then it stays on a little tighter. Hold on a second, I think this is in reverse. No, that's fine. No, actually that goes up there. There we go. Yeah, good field of motion. Of course, that comes out. Very posable. Very wide stance. You don't have to worry about it falling down. I know that there are Bandai parts to give it extra weaponry, a bazooka, missile pack, rocket launchers. There's even, and I'm going to take this off a bit, there's even an option, actually, no, I guess I have to go, that if you pop this out, you can put the pilot inside. I don't know what the gimmick is and all that stuff, but I'm surprised it didn't include it in the initial build. The only thing I'm not fond of is these hands, because I don't know how the gun is going to be put on. Let me see this here. You know what? This does not feel right. Am I missing another hand? Let me check something here. The right arm. Maybe it's the. You know what? Maybe I know why. Maybe that goes here. Oh, I had it in reverse. That's why I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. There we go. There we go. Now you can have the ability to do the fist thing, which I believe you gotta pop it out. Hold on a second, I gotta do this. Come on. Alright, I did this wrong. That goes there. And then that pulls out like that. You could do the rocket punch. Not a rocket punch, more like a power punch. Yeah, it leaves. I can understand it. It is a bit loose. There is a bit of a give here. I mean, it's not as tight, you could say. This needs to be figured out. But you know what? I'm not complaining about it because about how small it is. But it is very posable, as you can see. Let me just bring this down a bit so you guys can see it a little bit better here. yeah. Yeah, that's the gimmick where there's the punch and it fires out. I remember seeing mechanical drawings, and I think it's, oh, that's right, I think in one of my magazines of Hobby Press, it talked about the Votem mechs and their engineering design and all that stuff. I should have got it and bring it here to discuss it, but didn't think about it until that moment. But still, it looks nice. But let me move this hand. Carefully bring this around. Turn it around. It can be brought up front a bit. Just gotta be very careful, obviously, with the joint inside. Let me put it in like that. Of course. Put this open hand there. And then take that. And see, now, here's the issue with this one. Let me see if you could probably bend that, put that there. I would have to turn that, get that out of that. Yeah, that's, to hold it there, it's going to be difficult. So you have to pull it out and pull it in a specific angle. Try to bend it a bit. Oh, come on. You're compelled to glue it, and you know you don't want to, because this is something at the pop out. I'm not going to do it this way. I'm just doing it for now, like that. Yeah, the open hand is not very good, unfortunately, because it's not open enough for you to actually hold a barrel. Unfortunately, it's not designed for that. There we go. But that's as far as you can go. I'm not going to leave it that way. It has this little, this one actually is the best feature. The actual sliding triple sensor pod, and these can turn. So that's actually really neat. I like that. This is a very, very nice kit, and I kind of like the asymmetrical setup here, because you have this railing bar here, this nut on this side, and you have this little bar here, because obviously the pilot has to be maybe around this tall, maybe a little taller, up to here, and he has to like go up and on top of it. It's basically the same height size, maybe smaller than the those mech units from Avatar. Which I'm surprised we didn't get a model kit from Bandai, or maybe there is, and I've never seen it. But still, very well done for this size. Some would argue, you know what, the bigger ones are much better, and I agree with that, because I've seen the big ones at Hobbies, what do you call it, MosquitoCon. Let me pull out a Gundam here to show you like a relative size of how it looks compared to other kits. Here's the GM Spartan, and here is the Guncannon Origins type. This is not 1/44 scale. That is given. We already know that. This suit measures at 4.5 4.5 inch tall. 4.5 inches tall. You know, let me do the conversion here. Bodems, and then Scopedog. See what the spec is. Pulling up from MAHQ. Usually they'll have some good detail information here. Dimensions. Overall height 3.8 meters. Alright, so 3.8 meters to feet is 12 feet 5 inches tall. 12 feet 5 inches tall. Okay. So at 12 inches, multiply that by 12 equals 144 inches. Plus 5, so let's say 150 inches. Okay, 150. 150. And divide that by 4.5. No, it's actually, yeah, I'd say 4.5 inches. Okay. So it is 33. That, if my conversion is correct, and I could be completely wrong, 1/33 scale ish, maybe it's 1/32 scale. You know what, can you guys help me out with that? I don't know if I did it right. I may have to do it again. But if this is 1/32 scale or 1/33 scale, then it's in line with, you know, 1/32 scale kits out there, mostly armored kits. I know it can't be fighters because fighter crafts are 1/35 scale, but with regular armor 1/32 or 1/33, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. It makes very perfect sense. So it's around $30 or so, a very good, decent price, and for its mobility and ease of build, I'm not complaining about it. But I'm gonna paint this, of course. I want this for MosquitoCon. I really do. All right. I hope you guys enjoy what you're looking at here, because I am going to take this apart and begin cleaning it up and begin priming.